The test of fitness is the test of the human machine. How capable are you not just at one thing, but at anything? How much work can you get done and how quickly, even if you've never done that exact task before? True fitness is being ready for anything. The CrossFit Games are the world's premier test to find the fittest on Earth. The CrossFit Games are arguably the most egalitarian sport in history. Anyone can compete. If you think you have what it takes, all you need to do is throw down for the 5-week Worldwide Open. Beginning February 22nd, just complete the one workout per week at your local gym or even at home with a video camera, and you're in the running. At the end of the Open, the top 60 men and top 60 women from each of the 17 regions are invited to compete in the semifinal round, the regionals, where it is on. You'll go head-to-head for 3 days in front of judges and thousands of fans. Only the best survive here, as no more than 3 from each region qualify for the 2012 Reebok CrossFit Games. The CrossFit Games are different every time. Competitors train all year without knowing what the events are going to be. They have to be prepared for any eventuality. The events are announced one at a time, just days, hours, or even minutes before the events begin. In 2008, the Hill caused mass devastation. In 2009, the spike drive took everyone by surprise. In 2010, athletes faced an obstacle course from hell. In 2011, the ocean swim and the killer cage exposed any weakness. Annie Thor's daughter and Rich Froning took home the title, Fittest on Earth, with a display of endurance, accuracy, power, stamina, strength, coordination, guts, and raw work capacity. This July, who will win $250,000 and the title, Fittest on Earth?
Welcome to the 2012 Reebok CrossFit Games. The first open workout is as many reps as possible in 7 minutes of burpees.
Workout begins from a standing position. For your burpees to count, you've got to have your chest and your hips touch the ground. At the top of the rep, you must make contact with the target with both hands. For the bottom portion of the burpee, what we need to see is that between the sternum and the neck, some portion of the chest makes contact with the floor. After this has been completed, Kristen's going to come back up. She's going to jump and touch with both hands the target. Let's look at that target. We're going to take our yardstick and we're going to tape off at the 6-inch mark. If we take a look at Chris from the side, we should notice a straight line from her wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. We're going to take a look at the fingertips and measure off at least 6 inches from the top of Chris's fingers to the bottom of her target. If your measurement is larger than 6 inches, 6 1/4, 6 1/2, even 7 inches, that's acceptable, but anything less than 6 inches is unacceptable. To create this scenario for Chris, what we did was we looked at the pull-up bar height, we brought Chris in, measured where she was standing on the ground, realized that she had a lot of inches to go, found something to prop the feet up, in this case, some extra gym mats, brought the gym mats in, remeasured, made our 6-inch mark. Here's another option for you. We'll get a set of rings, and we'll have the athlete stand underneath. Extending their arm like you saw previously, we'll measure off 6 inches from the top of their reach to the bottom of the ring. Once that's adjusted, the athlete can now jump and touch both hands to any portion of the ring to complete the rep.
We are going to brief the second open workout of the series. The workout is as many reps as possible in 10 minutes of snatches. 30 snatches at 75 pounds, then 30 at 135 pounds, then 30 at 165 pounds, and then with the remaining time, and if you've made it that far, as many reps possible with 210 pounds.
Workout starts with 75 pounds in clips on the bar. Every time the athlete is called to change their weights, they must do so with no assistance from anybody else, including returning the collars back to their fixed position. This workout starts with the athlete in the standing position. At the call of 3, 2, 1, go, snatches will be performed. The weight starts at the ground and finishes overhead, and Rich can get there any way he likes, as long as it's a snatch variation. You can do a muscle snatch, you can do a power snatch, He can do a squat snatch, or he can do a split snatch. You must bring your feet back together at the top of each repetition and show control. At the beginning of each repetition, the bar starts on the floor. Rich is going to lock the bar out overhead, and we need to see the knee, hip, shoulder, and elbow locked out and under control before the rep counts. Every rep must touch the ground, and bouncing is not permitted. That's a no rep.
The workout is as many reps as possible in 18 minutes of 15 box jumps, 12 push press, and 9 toe to bar.
First movement is the box jump. What we need to see is the athlete starting with a 2-foot takeoff, landing on top of the box, and showing full knee and hip extension. Once that position is achieved, the athlete can either jump off or step off for the next rep. Let's see a few in action. Push press begins with the bar on the floor. The athlete brings the bar from the floor to the shoulder, and from there drives it up overhead. To complete the repetition, we need to see a full lockout at the elbow, shoulder, hip, and knee. You can get the bar up overhead any way you choose, including strict press, push press, push jerk, or a split jerk. The two criteria that must be met for the toe to bar is that the toes touch the bar at the top of the repetition and the heels pass through the vertical plane at the back of each repetition. You can make contact with any point of your foot, including your toe, bottoms of your foot, or the top of your foot. Boom.
The fourth open workout is as many rounds as possible in 12 minutes of 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups. The final workout for the open is as many reps as possible in 7 minutes of thrusters and chest to bar pull-ups, following the rep scheme of 3 barbell thrusters, 3 chest to bar pull-ups, 6 barbell thrusters, 6 chest to bar pull-ups, 9 and 9, ascending by 3 until you hit the 7-minute time cap.
Workout begins with the athlete standing. At the call of 3, 2, 1, go, thrusters start being performed. The range of motion for the thruster starts with a full front squat. We need to see the hip pass below the knee, and at the top of the movement, we need to see a full lockout of the elbow, shoulder, hip, and knee. To start your set of thrusters, a squat clean or a power clean is acceptable. The pull-up for this workout is a chest to bar pull-up. That means the athlete must make visible contact at or below the collarbone. Each movement begins with the athlete clearly locked out and hanging from the bar with straight elbows and the shoulders open. Any style of pull-up is permitted in this workout as long as those two standards are met. You can do a conventional kip, you can do a butterfly style kip. Any grip of pull-up is also permitted. You can choose an overhand, underhand, or mixed grip as long as the arms are straight at the bottom and the chest makes contact at the top.